the accelerating tricycle, the kickball, the thinking brain. All of these activities use up energy, which are conserved the same time they were used. It has always been the system of the universe to convert energies into other forms of energies. The energy that you are using now is somehow a conversion of various energies that has been used from other energies, that came from other energies, and others, up to the energy where it all began to scatter. Because energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It has always been one of the primary laws of physics, the law of conservation of energy. The law of conservation of energy states that in a closed system, a total energy of the system is conserved. A closed system can be a car with fuel used to make it move, a vacuum space, the human digestive system, or the entire universe itself. The way it is conserved depends on how the energy is spent. For example, the energy from the fuel of the car can turn into kinetic energy, sound energy, light energy, heat energy, and many others. No matter in what form, the energy coming from the fuel is equal to the energies that are spent, hence, energy is conserved.
The idea of the law of conservation of energy is that the energy spent is equal to the energy gained. Putting that in equation, we can say that the initial potential energy plus the initial kinetic energy is equal to the final potential energy plus the final kinetic energy. Think of it this way. A box falling has a potential energy, meanwhile, kinetic energy has none. But as it falls along the way, the potential energy will decrease and the kinetic energy will increase. And as the box reaches the bottom, the potential energy will have the value that it has at the top, and the kinetic energy is back to zero. But what you have to remember is that at any point, the potential energy plus the kinetic energy will always have the same value. Thus, the energy is conserved.
We have seen the professor explain about potential and kinetic energy and how they prove the law. Now, what are potential and kinetic energy? Let's say there's a coaster downhill. We're going to consider the energies that are acting out on this coaster to make its journey downhill without a force acting on it. The ground is a reference point, and that makes the ground 0 meters. This height is 15 meters. At the highest point, though not moving, the coaster harnesses a kind of energy that is dependent on the gravitational force. That energy is potential energy. That means at the highest point, the coaster has its highest potential energy. It has a formula of mass times the gravity times the height. And the coaster goes down. As it made its trip, the coaster is increasing its velocity, and at the lowest point, it reaches maximum velocity. The coaster now harnesses an energy dependent on velocity, and that's kinetic energy. And its formula is 1/2 mass times velocity squared. Potential energy is stored energy. Kinetic energy is the energy which a body possesses because of its motion. And by adding them, you get the total energy spent during the trip. Everywhere you turn, conservation of energy happens. If not, the universe would not operate within the reach of our mind. If not, the concepts of energy, mass, force, life, and death would be random concepts hanging around in unpredictable space. This law, among many other basic laws of physics, makes you think that behind all this intelligence, there's a creator.